Hi, I'm Jack Baruzzini, and you're listening to The Secret to Stargate, where we talk about the hidden meanings and deeper layers found in the Stargate movies, TV series, and more. And joining me today are Father Cory Sticha. Hi, Father.
Howdy, Jack.
And Lisa Jones. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Jack.
And Victor Lambs. Hey, Victor.
Eat grievin', Jarlath. I mean,
It's not the first time I've heard that.
I mean, hi, Jack.
Today we are discussing the 8th episode of Season 7, Space Race. As you can guess, this episode is about a space race. Warwick Finn, a Sorokin pilot rescued by SG-1 back when he was transporting those the prisoners on that planet back when we had
Oh, Jonas Quinn.
Yeah, Jonas Quinn, that's right. Promise I haven't forgotten you, Jonas. He needs Earth to help win a dangerous race called the Loop of Khan Garat in exchange for access to advanced Sorokin technology. Major Carter joins him as his co-pilot to learn information about their engine technology. But their ship is sabotaged and it threatens their chances. Amon, Warwick's brother, discovers that the culprit is at TechCon, the massive conglomerate which seems to be the B&L of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
While Carter and Warwick rescue another competitor and ultimately sabotage the main threat, ensuring Lael's victory, Earth gains access to a crucial engine, and Carter vows to return and win the loop next year, or kick everyone's butt, as she says. What are your thoughts on this episode, Father?
So this week in Speed Racer, this is about as bare bones racing bully plot as you can get. You know, where you've got the bully, you've got the guy who's rigging the race, it's okay. It's kind of parts of it are kind of fun. The CGI, like if you're watching the video that you'll see behind Victor there, they definitely show the age. I mean, they're pretty bad, but it's an okay episode. There's parts of it that are kind of fun. Jack and Daniel are kind of there. Teal'c gets the bag out from sitting through diplomacy and stuff like that, so that's a good thing. But other than that,
I had a very different opinion of it. So, what about you, Lisa?
Okay, I'm surprised by Father Cory because I really thought all three of y'all are going to be like, this was amazing. I hated this episode back in 2003. Was it 2003? Absolutely hated it. I really despised it. Watching it now, 20 years later, I really enjoyed it. I think I had much lower expectations of it. I thought it was fun. I mean, really, it was, Amanda Tapping got to have a little fun with Carter, and she comes in her motorcycle outfit and then she's like, I'm an adrenaline junkie and let's go kick butt. And so that part was fun. It got a little tiresome in the middle for me, but overall, I think this episode is one of those you either love it or you hate it. And I enjoyed it a lot better now than I did then. Probably because I could laugh at the little jokes and I wasn't expecting a really involved plot.
Nice. What about you, Victor?
Yeah, I guess this really divided fans when it first aired. And I can kind of see, like, if you're watching a show and you're like, yeah, let's see what's going on with Anubis and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden they do kind of like a lighthearted, episode that doesn't really connect. You'd be like more upset than someone watching it now who's like, oh, this is a fun episode. And I really like this episode. I like that it gives us a window into another alien civilization, and an interesting one too, where it's kind of biracial or whatever you want to call it, with the two alien races that have created a society there. That part's really interesting. I like the performances. It's kind of a cheesy plot, but the guy, playing Jarlath, I thought he was really good in the role. And then, of course, it was added as an afterthought because they were running a few minutes short. But the two sports commentators, interrupting their little homage to Best in Show. I really like that. I think it makes the episode. It's just so great. Those little comic interludes, and again, they were completely added on after the fact.
Yeah, I really liked this episode. It was a lot of fun. Like you just mentioned, Victor, I really like the comedic sportscasters and how just goofy it was. Like it didn't feel like it fit in the Stargate universe because of what we know of the Stargate universe, because it is basically just modern Earth sportscasting.
Mm-hmm.
But it works for the episode, and it's a lot of fun. And this episode almost felt like someone had a plot for a goofy like space race movie that got the Stargate skin slapped on it, because you could have taken all the Stargate elements out of this episode and made it like a The Last Starfighter kind of story, where like they go to Earth and get some motorcycle racing chick or race car driver, and they need him to help them win this race, and it would have worked just as well.
Well, and it would have worked in any universe. It would have worked. And, that's where I kind of made the joke about Speed Racer. It would have worked in any kind of, Earth-based racing. I mean, death was it Death Race or something like that? Or, it really was a very generic kind of race to the win type of story. There really wasn't. I mean, as far as that's concerned, and like I said, it was fun.
Yeah,
but there was not much plot here.
You could have gotten Tom Paris to be the hotshot pilot
that's just
instead.
it. Yeah, Voyager did the same thing.
It's exactly
about the same time, actually, I believe.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same episode. Crazy race in space with lots of dangerous obstacles and no real rules.
And Carter never asked, like, how dangerous is it?
Well, I think she either didn't really want to know. I mean, she
was looking for adventure.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of incongruous with her character most of the time, but I guess they kind of hung a lantern on that when she walks in her motorcycle jacket, like looking all cool, which doesn't seem like is usually in character for her, but hey, it works for this.
Well, they said that she's had a motorcycle before, so this isn't something new. But
we've seen her working on it.
We've never seen her like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the Voyager episode was called Drive, and it came out 3 years before this one did. I wonder where they got the idea.
Actually, for me, it reminded me of Phantom Menace.
Yeah, pod racing. And I think that's
pod racing and Phantom Menace. With the two guys, commenting, and it was sabotage.
Except that was two heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And apparently, even though it was tacked on at the end, like they spent a lot of energy writing those two guys because this is from the commentary. Damian Kindler, basically went into Malazzi and Mully. They were the other two head writers there. And basically they wrote this commentary that they thought was just hilarious. And they took it to Robert C. Cooper, who is the showrunner at the time and kind of the story editor. He said, no, it's too much. Go back, rewrite it. And so Damian Kindler took it away, rewrote it, took it back. And he's like, no, it's still not working. Go back, rewrite it. And, and so just those little, but I mean, what they did come up with, I thought is just, well,
there's some great ones, kind of like, I can't remember the exact line, but basically, the ship is crippled in the sun. And it's like, well, that'll be a bad day when they crash into the sun and burn, that kind of thing,
And I love the ads. Those were so, because it's just, I don't know what we're trying to say, that this other universe, this other alien species planet also has capitalism and like sponsored by, and of course it's all the ads are by the same conglomerate that fixed the race, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're crashing into the sun, get Sunblock 2000 by Techmoco or whatever it was.
TechCon,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought about writing a few sponsored by TechCon ads to drop in throughout the episode. Maybe we should do that.
That would be fun.
Yes.
But then
that's how you should open the episode.
Yeah.
That's right.
And this episode
is brought to you by TechCon.
And most of that, I think, too, was recorded like in one take. Like they had, like that was literally like put on at the end. They brought the actors in, and like just within a couple of hours, like just
I'm
had
sure
all that.
That's
and then they had like but the interfaces look cool because you have the writing. Although I think at the bottom it looks a little bit like Ancient or Asgard, some of it. But then you have little logos for the products and stuff. So
yeah.
I don't know. As a mom, I'm thinking the one that says your family can eat whatever they want, whenever they want. I was like, sign me up for that one.
Yeah,
that one sounds good.
Restaurant. Yeah, it had Douglas Adams vibes. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. That definitely did. Yeah,
which is fun. I like how the alien species, like, because I guess they're the descendants of humans who were probably brought by the Goa'uld, and then the other species,
The Sarakan.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like how you see all over the planet, like the different like levels of the intermixing between the humans and them in the society. And I thought that was clever rather than just having, here's the aliens and then here's the humans. Like you can see that they're an integrated society in that way.
Yeah, because Warwick and Eamon are like full Sarakan, but then, the president of TechCon, he's, part human. And then some of the other, characters, then one of the newscasters, fully human. One of them is half Sarakan and stuff too. And so that is really cool. And that goes back to Forsaken when Warwick shows the picture of his wife and, or they find it on the ground and she's a human, which is another bit of misdirection in that episode.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad for Warwick though. Like, how long was he stuck on the planet that his wife?
They said like 3 years, right, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
that was quick.
Yeah.
But,
so she's remarried and taking the kids in the house, and all he has is his ship.
And he has
and
more
his brother.
kids. Or she had more kids already.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. and his brother, who again we get back-to-back episodes with Alex Zahara and Patrick Curry here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who we saw playing Iron Shirt and Chaka in Enemy Mine.
Yeah.
Patrick Curry's a lot more expressive in this one than he was in Enemy Mine.
Oh, yes.
A lot more expressive.
I just kept seeing Fifth. I'm sorry. I know he's got a lot of makeup on, but all I could see was Fifth.
Yeah, they were going a little bit more for like a David Hyde Pierce thing, I think they said. So yeah.
I thought the CGI effects for like on the planet, they were not great, but I thought the space shots were pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
They were better. They were better than the planet because the one that really just stood out to me as bad was the cityscape. That one just it looked like a 2005 era video game. I mean, it really did. But a cutscene during a video game. But the space scenes were pretty good. I thought they did a pretty good job with those for the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this wound up being like one of the most expensive episodes for the season,
Really?
with all the CG. And they brought back the Cerberus set. They brought that back from Forsaken, but it had been designed to shoot at like a 30-degree angle because it was crashed. And so then when they righted it, they had to figure out how they were going to, get the cameras to work in it. And they actually had it on a gimbal so that it would tilt and shake. So they weren't just doing camera shake, although they did a lot of that too. Yeah. So it was the first time a lot of
they
the
weren't
crew
just doing the 1, 2, 3 move.
Yeah, no. It was the first time a lot of the crew had worked on it. So the crew had to be strapped in because this thing is rocking around. And so when you see like, Jarlath being thrown around and, Sam and Warwick have to like buckle up, it's because the actual set is moving around.
Oh my
God.
God.
And so they're shooting through the front windows. And so sometimes you'll see light coming through and stuff. So it was
Nice.
pretty neat how they did that.
makes me think of those stabilized videos of the bridge of the Enterprise when they get hit.
Yeah.
Those are great. Just them rocking around.
Yeah.
And just one more note on the special effects from the commentary director Andy Makita. This kind of dates it too. When they're in their hangar working on the ship, and then later on in the office, they have a 30-inch Samsung LCD display, and at the time that was like state of the art. One of those 30-inch Samsung LCDs, and it was just mentioned it twice on the commentary. Just the commentary was recorded contemporaneous with the show. Just how
that probably was about
this was
$3,000-$4,000 screen at that time.
I have you can't see it, but my monitor that I have up here, it's my second monitor, is a 32-inch Samsung LCD that I pulled out of a dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yesterday's expensive technology is today's dumpster diving treasures.
I wonder who would throw that away instead of
You'd be surprised. People throw lots of stuff away. I like his brother. He's Eamon. He's just so like, he kind of has like a deadbeat vibe, which I appreciate. And he just feels put upon by his other brother. And he's like, you're just doing this because your wife left you and nobody likes you anymore. And he's proud of being a garbage disposal maintenance guy. And
Yeah.
Alexa, turn.
Talk about sibling relationships, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Like I want a sitcom set on this planet just with them like living in a small apartment together.
No, yeah, he's corporate. I mean, he's just like he works in a corporate office, but you can tell he's not one of the ones who really pushes himself and tries super hard.
Yeah. Didn't he say something like that? This is the job I do, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love the little insight. He's like, yes, our corporate motto is one based on trust and stuff. And he doesn't, he has keyloggers on his computer and all this stuff. And
yeah, it's a good thing you don't follow the corporate motto. You just kind of,
yeah. Nice. Yeah. Then we have, I feel like the villain plot in this episode feels just kind of tacked on. Like, yeah. He's angry because he feels like all the humans are going to be replaced and they're second class citizens, even though that's demonstrably not true. And
he wants to be the next space Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
I felt like that was weak, didn't you? Like
it was pretty weak. Yeah,
they've really stressed this planet both times we've met Warwick. That everybody's integrated, it's all happy, blah blah. And I feel like it was just kind of like, oh, we need a reason. Okay, how about race? Or I don't know, is it race if it's aliens? I don't know. But
that's race. Actually, that's probably more accurate.
Oh wow,
race
that's actually maybe the double meaning of the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess, I mean, people will pull like stupid reasons out of their hats for when they're not doing well. And as Eamon says, you didn't get passed over because you're a human. You got passed over because you're a moron.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
which is confirmed because he got caught for corruption.
Yep.
He'd been investigated for corruption. It's like, yeah. See what he said.
And so I was wondering with this race is because everything comes out about the fact that it's been completely rigged, and it's this TechCon company that is sponsoring it has indirectly they are involved with that being rigged.
Well, members of the company have, because that was Thailand is part of his corruption was going to rig the race to his benefit.
Right. And we end up having a winner, and Sam and Warwick, I guess they technically come in second, although it doesn't sound like
first loser.
Really, really finished. But I feel like that would just invalidate the entire race.
No, this sounds like this is there's no holds barred
rules
type.
Well, they said no rules.
True.
Yeah.
So then, is cheating against the rules?
There's no rules.
No rules.
Yeah. I mean, if you rigged the race and there's no rules.
I mean, they would have to be against the rules because he got arrested at the end, right? So Tynan did. So
it doesn't sound like it mattered because the gal who won got the contract. So, and then Warwick got to offer to work with her to be her co-pilot.
Her second in command. Yeah.
Well, he made her win, right?
Yep.
True. I also feel like they were very strongly hinting at some chemistry between Warwick and Sam, like, which it didn't. It was weird. I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for.
Maybe he was trying for it, but she was too geeking out on all the technology.
Yeah, I think Warwick was just really focused on the task.
I think Sam was just so, I don't know.
Just needed a break.
We've never seen her this excited, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that where Warwick hands her the manual that's been translated into English. And Jack says, "This isn't our language." "No, sir, it's mine."
Yeah.
She had like the biggest grin the whole episode, right?
Yeah, no, I liked that. I don't know if I felt like they were trying to put something in there in the episode but no, maybe not.
Thinking, I forgot the name of the episode that Warwick first appeared in last season.
Forsaken.
Forsaken. Yep. Okay. So in that episode, she had the chemistry, remember, with Corso. Adrian?
Yeah, Adrian Corso. Aiden Corso.
And so, she was acting all weird in that one. They were flirting and, having this banter and everything. And then now we see that race again, and she's, again, a little bit out of character. Like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, and I'm gonna kick butt, and yay, and all the things. So it's just, I guess it's good that those two episodes go together, because that's how she was acting weird in both episodes. But I saw a written interview with Amanda Tapping, and she was super excited to show a different side of Carter, and to get to I guess do something different than just spout technobabble all the time, which is cool. Give her more dimension, right? Show a side of Carter we don't see.
It was good to have an episode that wasn't so heavily focused on either Daniel or Jack. I feel like a lot of them lately have been.
Actually, Daniel was in 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And one of them was standing behind Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the beginning and the end, also interacting with Carter, and that was about it.
Oh,
right?
well, then there was the one where they're on the camera.
Oh yeah. And then they're in the receptionist's office, right? And
But still, I mean, it's like...
Yeah.
That's not much.
I think they probably said, okay, you got your episodes. You can go be in the behind the scenes again for a while.
And then
it's
Jack,
Tilk's turn.
We didn't see Jack either.
Yeah, he wasn't very much at all. Again, just those same couple episodes or a couple of scenes.
We got Murray.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a who was the main guy? Is it Hagen who's in charge of the who's in charge of the company? Yeah, there was another scene where Jack and Daniel talked to him initially, but they cut that out, ironically, because they were running long after they added in the scenes, the sportscaster scenes. So we get the scene with Hillary Cooper, who is Robert C. Cooper's wife. So
the receptionist.
The receptionist. Yep.
Oh, I liked her.
Yeah. And so I do like when Hagen walks in, Jack's asleep in the chair, and Jack is like trying to dip his boot in the fountain or something like weird like that in the background, just goofing off.
And I like she did a good job playing like the corporate receptionist.
Yeah.
Just,
very polite, very pleasant, but I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm sorry, you're not allowed.
I mean, for such you think about playing receptionist is not probably something you're looking forward to, but she made it memorable.
Yeah. No, she did a good job.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like she's working. She's actually sitting there watching the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the boss key.
I feel like the character writing in this episode was the strongest part of it. Like the plot's fine. It's kind of forgettable, but all the characters were fun and distinctive. Like you can still distinctly remember each of the characters, whereas it's not just, the other Gould guy or the other Jaffa guy.
And,
they did a little bit of misdirection here because we got, the bad guy, seemingly like the bad guy, Jareth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he wasn't either. He was just him. Kind of a jerk, basically.
Jarlath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fun.
Yeah, he knows weapons, and he kind of saves his day by disabling the cheater ship at the end. But yeah, it is kind of funny when they don't want, he doesn't want to be rescued. He's just perfectly fine being pulled into the sun or whatever. And,
it's like, are you coming or not? We got something to do. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So the actor Scott McDonald, by the way, who played him, is from Libby, Montana, which is far northwestern Montana. And it's like, he fits the personality of, kind of a roughneck from Montana. So he played it well.
I feel like he could have fit into like the Firefly universe very easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He had that charisma.
Yep.
Yeah, now I want a spin-off show about Warwick running the ship, and you can get him back there, Zerlith back, and
it's funny because on the commentary they actually joked about Jarlath and Warwick having their own spin-off show.
Yeah.
Just going across the galaxy having adventures and stuff.
I love that scene where, they're going through the ice or whatever after they've rescued him. And he says, lean left. And then the guy ends up going right. He said left. And he just kind of like, oops. That could be like an 80s sitcom where Warwick goes,
If it was an 80s sitcom, he'd start talking about eating cats.
Yeah, there you go.
No problem. I did like the hangar set. That's actually like a testing lab for like the big power company. So it's like a big, I've seen it it's come up at least once in Stargate. I think it was in an episode of MacGyver 2.
Oh, was it that or was it kind of just a big empty warehouse that they?
Yeah, they have just all like their power experiments in, and I don't know if the people can tour it or what, but that's why it looks like it's just all weird, like like equipment and stuff in there.
Yeah,
But,
it looked good.
Yeah.
You could tell it wasn't a like CGI matte painting, which is nice.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess they had like one day to film in there, so all those scenes and stuff.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Is it that same one that they use in Voyager a lot, like this big power plant? Oh, that's probably.
That's the that's the one in California that they use for Starfleet headquarters, I think. And
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I want my Geralith and Warwick spin-off show.
Sitcom.
Yeah. It'll never happen, but hey, maybe there's a book about it. I wonder, actually. I should check and see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We get some good Teal'c humor in this one as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both at the beginning where, they want to invite him along to meet with Hagen and negotiate for the ion drive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Major Carter needs my help.
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
Indeed.
He's like, yeah.
And I love that Carter gives him an indeed back later.
Yes.
Yeah. And then later on, when he's teamed up with Eamon and they are trying to get past the receptionist and this is my cousin, Murray. We get Murray again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even before when they say, when Eamon's saying we're going to go over there, he's like, you're going to need a hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they have matching outfits.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
their weird bellhop outfits or something.
Must be their work outfit or whatever.
Yeah.
That was great.
I like his isn't that the first thing that Daniel says when he comes in? He's like, hey Teal'c, nice clothes.
Yeah. Nice.
It does look like a bellhop. You're right. I couldn't put my finger on it.
And the guards, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the guards had these like really weird looking, I guess they were supposed to be laser guns, but
We've seen those before on here. I can't
Okay.
remember what episode, but they've been on Stargate before where they're kind of like you hold in the middle and there's the two pieces. One's
yeah,
longer than the other. I know we've seen those in Stargate before.
they don't look comfortable to use
No.
or efficient, but hey.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a fun episode. I liked it. I like to see more of this species and this planet just because of
You don't. They get one mention in like season 9 or 10, and it's basically
Oh yeah, about these guys, right?
yeah, it's pretty much like, gosh, everybody we know has fallen to the enemy, including blank. Yes, including blank. So
More
they just
space
basically they just get an off-screen mention to show how bad the threat is, which they do that to a lot of like the planets. They're like, remember that planet from season 5? Well, they're gone too.
nice.
Yeah.
But I think the Emancipation Planet is safe.
Yeah.
I did see people rated this episode like they were like, this is the worst episode of all time. Well, except for Emancipation in season 1.
Yeah.
And the next one too, people don't like for some reasons, but spoiler alert, I really like it. So
I do too. I saw that they said
Yeah.
this one and the next one were, I think Joseph Malazzi said they got a lot of grief for it.
I guess you just have to put yourself in the mindset of someone in 2003, like a diehard Stargate fan who's like, why are you doing silly stuff in my hard sci-fi show?
Yeah, that
I
was me in
guess it's-
2003. I was like, I
Yeah.
hate this episode. Nothing happens.
I guess it's similar to how the most recent season of Strange New Worlds, a lot of people were divided on the musical episode. Like some people absolutely hated it, or you really loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was. Oh, you didn't like it, Father?
I wasn't a fan. I mean, it was better than some, but I wasn't a fan. I'm not a musical person though, so
I'm not either,
I like
but
music, just not a
I
musical
loved it.
person.
Thought
I
it was
always find
fun.
it strange that serious shows like break into musical episodes. So I'm glad Stargate didn't do
It's
that.
fun.
Yeah, me too. Unless Richard Dean Anderson like tap danced or something. But
Yeah.
No, Hammond. You really
Hammond,
wanted
yeah.
Hammond to sing, right?
Apparently he could sing like really well or something.
Yeah.
I want him to do like a country and western ballad.
There
Yeah.
we go. See, that's what was missing in Window of Opportunity, the episode.
Yeah.
You know, he made pottery, he golfed through the Stargate, but there was no sing along. That would have been a good opportunity.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'd
You
like
might
it.
say they had a window of opportunity
Yeah.
that they didn't take.
Oh,
That's right.
we did get a musical episode. I think was it Tin Man when they're all sitting around singing "Row, row, row your boat."
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No, it was Ergo.
Ergo. That was it.
Ergo,
Yeah,
yep.
and they don't know why.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so
Yep.
we did get one. Yeah, Peter Delavy's musical
Oh yeah.
episode. Yeah,
That was Stargate's musical episode. There you go.
yeah.
Let's not do that again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do we have any alternate language titles for this episode?
We got Space Race for most of them. In French, we did get La Grande Preuve, which is the Great Test, but otherwise just all the Space Race.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
This is one time where Germany could be literal.
Yeah, exactly.
Spaßrennen.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Okay, yeah. We don't want to.
Yes. Do y'all have any other thoughts on this episode?
I didn't realize at first that Alex Zahara had taken over the role from Dion Johnstone. So that was, I kept thinking work looked a little different, or, you know, it just
Yeah,
wasn't this. I don't know. Something was different about him. And I had to go up and look online, and I'm like, oh, different actor. But Alex Zahara's in so many episodes, he's familiar. So it was just funny that they changed him out.
Yeah. Awesome. Before we go, we'd like to take a moment to thank our patrons who make it possible for us to create The Secret to Stargate, including Brian H., M. McCart, James B., Father David B., and Nicholas M. Their generous donations at sqpn.com/give make it possible for us to continue The Secret to Stargate and all the shows at StarQuest. And you can join them by visiting sqpn.com/give. And be sure to follow the show on Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And you can find our video versions at youtube.com/StarQuestMedia, where you can see Lisa's dog harassing her to jump up multiple times throughout this episode. So,
Yeah.
to find previous episodes of Secret to Stargate and to send feedback, please visit sqpn.com/Stargate. You can email us at stargate@sqpn.com and follow StarQuest on social media at facebook.com/StarQuestMedia and on Twitter at SQPN. And be sure to check out the SQPN Discord at sqpn.com/Discord. And we'll be back next time when we'll be discussing the next episode of SG-1, the apparently divisive Avenger 2.0. Until then, Father Cory, thank you for joining us and sharing the secret of Stargate.
Thank you, Jack.
And Lisa Jones, thank you as well.
Thanks, Jack.
And Victor Lambs, thank you too.
Thanks, Jack. And how many times have I told you, don't get caught by the bad guys?
Not enough, apparently.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm Jack Baruzzini. Thank you for listening to The Secret to Stargate on StarQuest.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but that just happens to be how I feel about it. What do you think?